The Little Sock That Saved Christmas. Chapter 1. A Sock Without a Partner. On Christmas Eve, the laundry room settled into quiet. The dryer thumped once, then slept. From the basket, a small striped sock whispered, "I'm here. But where's my pair?" No answer. Only the drip of the washer and winter wind at the door. The little sock curled its toe. It had once been one of two, partners for puddle jumps, sled runs, and giggles on cold mornings. Tonight it was alone. Small, the sock told itself, testing the word. But strong. Small but strong. Carried joy along. Chapter 2. The Laundry Room Council. A grumpy boot snorted from the mat. No partner? Off to the lonely drawer. A fancy mitten glittered on a hook. Oh, hush, Boot. He doesn't need doom on a holiday. A tiny gray mouse scampered from behind the hamper. "Don't mind them," she squeaked. "I'm Micah. I've been lost and found more times than I can count." "I'm just me," said the sock. "Stripe, I guess." "Names grow with adventures," the mitten said. "What do you want, little one?" Stripe looked toward the door, where snowlight spilled through the crack like milk. "I want to be useful, even without my pair." Chapter 3. A Whistle in the Wind. From far away, bell music drifted on the night. The boot's tread straightened. The mitten's sequins shivered. "Do you hear that?" whispered Micah. Stripe did, sleigh bells like stars you could listen to. Then came a child's sleepy voice from the nearby room. "I hope you get my letter, Santa." "Sometimes letters slip," Micah said. "They fall where brooms can't reach, and wishes can't be seen." Stripe's small heart tugged him forward. "If a wish is hiding, I can go small places. I could carry it." "Carry it," the boot scoffed. "You're a sock." "Exactly," the mitten said. "A pocket waiting to happen. Small but strong. Carry joy along," Stripe said, a little taller. Chapter 4. The Tiny Letter. The laundry door was open just a crack. Stripe wriggled under and scooted down the hall. Christmas lights painted the carpet with peppermint stripes. He slid beneath the couch. Dust bunnies waved like sleepy clouds. Something crisp brushed his cuff, a paper, small and folded, with the faintest peppermint smell. On the front, in careful letters, "Dear Santa." Stripe quivered. A lost wish. He tugged the note free. It stuck. He pulled again, whispering, "Small but strong. Carry joy along." With a soft snick, it slid into the world and right into his open mouth. The letter settled snugly in his cozy hollow. "I'm a pocket," he breathed, surprised and proud. "I'm a pocket." Chapter 5. The Pocket for Hope. Back down the hall, Stripe hurried toward the front door. Outside, bells sounded closer. "Stripe." The mitten skated down the banister and landed with a glittery bounce. The boot stomped from the mat, grumbling but present. Micah hopped from stair to stair. Stripe showed the paper tucked inside his soft belly. "A wish. I have to get it to the tree, or to whoever helps the wishes." "To the tree first," the mitten said. "Wishes like branches." The boot sighed, then tipped onto his side. "Climb in. You'll get lost in the snow alone." Stripe wriggled into the boot's cavern. Micah sat on his cuff like a captain. The mitten grabbed the bootlace and, together, they shouldered the door just enough to slip out. Snow swirled like sugar. Wind hummed like a lullaby. Above it all, the bells rang clear. Chapter 6. The Elf at the Curb. At the curb, a small figure in a green coat paced and peered into the night. "Excuse me," Stripe called. "Are you from a sleigh?" The figure spun, cheeks rosy, eyes bright. "Pepper Sprig, routing elf, Listavision. We had a tiny problem. A pouch of late letters spilled over this block. We gathered most, but one is still missing. We won't land until every wish is accounted for." She squinted. "I can feel it's close." "I have it," Stripe said. Pepper blinked. "You what?" Stripe opened his mouth. The folded note peeked out like a shy star. Pepper clapped. "Marvelous. Quick, into the list sleeve. No, wait." She looked at Stripe anew. "Who carried it here?" "Stripe did," said Micah. "Small but," Stripe began. "Strong," Pepper finished, smiling. Then Stripe should finish the delivery. The sleigh will pause by your roof, but there's a special drop for notes found late. Follow me. She led them to the porch, where a quiet glow rippled over the house. A shadow skimmed the moon, swift and sure. Pepper lifted the latch on the railing. A shimmer like frost formed a tiny stairway up the banister and toward the window where the tree sparkled. Go, Stripe, the mitten urged. The boot nudged him forward. Bring it home, kid. Micah touched her nose to his weave. Run. Chapter 7. Dash to the tree. Stripe bounded up the shining steps. Inside the window, the tree glowed with sleepy lights. Ornaments watched with glassy wonder. A paper snowflake, a wooden train, a foil star. Stripe slipped through the smallest crack in the window, down the velvet curtain, and onto the soft tree skirt. The room smelled like cinnamon and pine. He looked up. The branches held still, as if listening. Dear tree, he said softly, I brought a wish. He opened his mouth, and the letter slid into the curve of his heel. The lights blinked 3 times. A ribbon loosened and curled down like a friendly snake. It tied itself around Stripe's middle, snug and sure. On the coffee table sat a tiny gift box, no bigger than a thimble, with a tag that read, For Mira, the child whose voice had hoped. Stripe's ribbon tingled. Small gift, he murmured, for a big feeling. He nestled the tiny box into his pockety middle beside the letter. He felt right, like a stocking but little, like a promise kept, small but strong, carry joy along. Chapter 8. Morning Glow. Morning tiptoed in. Footsteps pattered down the hall. A gasp.
Mom, Dad.
Look, Mira cried. My missing sock. And what's this? She picked up Stripe, gentle as a cloud. The ribbon glinted. Stripe's stripes seemed to blush. A tiny present, her mom said, eyes warm. And a note tucked inside? Mira slid the paper out and opened it. It's my letter, she whispered. I thought I lost it. She read her careful words, how she wished for something small she could give to someone else, not just get for herself. The tiny box clicked open. Inside lay a silver charm shaped like a heart with wings, and another tag that read, For Grandma. So her necklace can carry your love. Mira pressed the charm to her cheek. It's perfect, she said. How did you know, little sock? Stripe didn't answer, of course. But warmth spread to his toe. He had carried a wish. He had carried a gift. He had carried hope. Myra's dad chuckled. Looks like this sock found a new job. Mira slipped Stripe onto her hand like a puppet and made him wave. He's not just a sock. He's a pocket for joy. From the porch, faint bells answered, then softened into the day. The boot on the mat pretended not to smile. The fancy mittens sparkled outright. Micah tucked a crumb under the radiator and sighed, happily full. Stripe settled near the tree, ribbon tied, pocket warm. Small, he whispered, because he liked beginnings. But strong, he added, because it was true. Then, as the lights blinked hello to Christmas morning, small but strong, carry joy along.